Hi everybody, hope you're doing well today. I am going to try to get through project number 10 on the mini albums made from just one sheet of 12 by 12. And we're going to be doing, I'm calling this the Before the Toilet Paper album. Yes, this is before toilet paper roll albums. I remember when I first saw a toilet paper roll album, the first question out of my mouth was, why? Because it just seemed like a lot of work to me. But the best answer I got was because it's fun and it's something different. So I can accept that. But we made these albums long time ago, and we just called them little mini albums with tags, with the tags in them. So I thought I would show you how to do this because it just seems like a lot of work to me to collect the toilet paper rolls and flatten them and paint them and do all this and do all that. So I made one with some fringe just to have some fun with them. But I don't know that I'll make any more of them because you can make them same type of little mini albums just from your paper. So anyway, let me show you how to do it real quick. And the one that I'm going to do is going to be a 4-pager. We're going to do this one today. It's going to be a 4-pager with 4 tabs in it because we can get all of this out of just one sheet of paper. Most of the time, to be honest with you, I do 6 of them out of one sheet of paper, and then I get my tags and tabs and whatever from my scrap collection just to use up some of that. But in fact, let me see, I'll show you. This is one. I'm going to make a bunch of these. Ignore this for right now because I just have these hanging on here, so I won't forget where they are because I'm going to do something with them. But I'm going to be making some of these for Christmas. Let me get this paper out of the way. 'Twas the night before Christmas. And this is using one sheet of 12 by 12 to do all of your envelopes, or the outer part of the mini album. And then using scrap paper to do the tags that pull out. So what I've done on this one is each section is numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it is the story of the night before Christmas. So I'm going to be doing these as little Christmas stocking stuffers. And I know Christmas is pretty far away, but not really. It comes really, really fast, it seems like, in our family. We have a big family, so. And what I did was I used one-sided paper for the sleeves of this, and then when I flipped it, I stamped all over the other side that didn't have any design on it and kind of made my own design with the Christmas stamps that I have. So I think this was a Tim Holtz paper. I'm not sure now, to be honest with you. I'll have to go look it up. But again, that's using one sheet of 12 by 12 for the outer sleeves and then going to your scrap pile to get the inner stuffings. But we're going to do this one today, which will give you 4 of the sleeves, which would normally be, or abnormally be the toilet paper roll that you would have to cover. So this one's going to have 4 sleeves, 4 tag inserts, and then we're going to get these little, I don't know if you can see them or not, hole reinforcements up there. And you can put these together in all kinds of ways. This one, let me run through that real quick too, just to put this little idea in your mind. You can poke the hole up here and just use the binder ring. This is a Tim Holtz pin. You can put them together with just circles. Those are 2-inch circles that I cut out, and that'll seal. This is a good idea if you want to have access to the whole inside of your sleeve. because this does not glue inside this section on your envelope. You can put them together with just little hinges. Remember in some of our other projects we've done little hinges? This one was put together using those same hinge concepts, and then it is all held together by those hinges so you don't have to poke a hole in it. But you are gluing the hinges down in here, so that does take up some space too. And on these tags, all I did was just use my edge punch and punched different edges. Sometimes I just like to get all my edge punches out and use them like this. So every one of these tags has a different pull on the end of it just because it's different edge punches. So there you go. Anyway, we're going to do that one today. So let's get our paper. Let's get boogieing along here. Oh, and I just picked this up. And I've made a journal out of this paper too, which if I have time I'll show you. But this is the French General paper, and I love this paper. I don't have a favorite. I like it all. So I've been using that to make all kinds of things with. So here's another sheet of it, and what we're going to do, you're going to take your 12 by 12 and you're going to cut it into two 6 by 12 pieces. Okay? Let me get this white off of here too. And it's really a healthy print. It goes all the way past the 12-inch edge, so I have yet to run into a white edge using this paper. Okay, now real quick, let's get our scoreboard out. I'm going to score this piece before we cut it. Now let's go ahead and cut this other piece first. Hello! On one of your 6 by 12s, cut a 4 by 6 section off of it, because we're going to do 4 sleeves. So we're going to get 3 sleeves out of the first half. This is going to be our 4th sleeve. Then off this piece that's left, which is going to measure 6 by 8, yeah, 6 by 8 inches, we are going to put the 6-inch piece up at the top of the cutting board. And that doesn't look straight. Yeah, it is. My eyeballs are just smacking together. I just tried out one of the new Starbucks instant coffees, iced coffee, where you just mix it with water. Woo! Love the smell. It smells like you're walking into Starbucks, but it's pretty strong. It doesn't say it's espresso, but it's pretty potent. Okay, we're gonna cut. Where was I? Okay, we're gonna cut a 2.625. That's the mark between the 2.5 and the 2.75 piece. Is that right? Yeah, except that was 3. 2 and 5/8, 2.625. There we go. And do it again. 2.625. 2 and 5/8. Okay, we're going to have one little strip left over. Then we're going to cut this in half, basically. So it's going to be a 4 by 2.625. And your other strip, we're going to cut it also 4 inches. And we've just made our tags for the inside of our sleeves. So we'll set those aside. Now let's go ahead and score. Take your 6.6, your 6 by 12 inch piece, put the 6-inch piece up at the top, and run a score line all the way down at 2.625, 2 and 5/8, all the way down, and then come down here to 5.5 and run a score line all the way down. Okay, then on that 4x6 piece you cut off, put it with the 6-inch section at the top and score it. Now, you know what? I wanted to score it 2 3/4. I'm sorry, we're going to have to go back and score. 2.75 score and at a 1/2 inch. 2.75 and a half. I'm going to put my other piece back in here and score it 2.75. Sorry about that, guys. Too much caffeine. And then still at 5 1/2. That one was right. And what I do, usually I just, you know, if you score in the wrong spot, you can take your scoring tool, your bone folder, and kind of wipe out that other score line. Probably already know that, but see? Makes that other score line just disappear. So, 2.75 is the score line that we want to show. Okay. Keep your bone folder out and put your scoreboard away. And we got one more, excuse me, set of cutting to do. With your 6x12 piece, put it in with the 12-inch at the top, and we're going to cut this into 3 4-inch sections. So that we have just made 3 more sleeves. Okay, so these are the toilet paper rolls. Okay, guys. Now let's go ahead and fold on our score line. And when you fold the first section down, you're going to see this little 1/2 inch section where you've scored there at the bottom. Go ahead and fold it up, and if it's too tight, in other words, if this starts to poof up, then you know what I mean, like that. If your score is a little short, just work it down and score where it should be, or burnish where it should be. So there's 1. Two, 3, 'Hear my eyes? That's in my coffee. 4. Okay. Now you could fold these the other way too. So where you could do, like on some of them, I'll do every other one a different side for some variety. I'll do the front and the back one way and the 2 insides a different way. On this one, I'm doing them all with the same side out. I like both sides, so it doesn't really matter. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this little flap down. You could use tape, but I haven't refilled my tape runner. So I'm going to use my good old Scotch Quick Dry. And when you do this, when you fold it up, if you see you're a little bit off on the end, just take your scissors and just clean it up a little bit. That wasn't really worth cutting, but just to give you an example. Woohoo, woohoo. Feel like breaking out into song or tap dancing or something. I think I've got way too much caffeine. Don't try these drinks in the middle of the day. You may be up all night. Should have tried it earlier this morning. But anyway, glue all these flaps up with your design that you prefer to the outside. And there you go. Our toilet paper rolls, quote unquote, are finished. And I don't know about you, but I think that's a lot easier than smashing those little puppies and painting them and trimming them up because the ends start to unwind. I'm not lazy. I just like to do things the easier way if I can discover a way to do that. So what we've got now, we've got our 4 sleeves. We got our 4 tags that go inside the sleeves. And we've got this strip left over, which we are going to use to do our hole reinforcements. Sometimes I use hole reinforcements, sometimes I don't. But we're going to need 8 of them. So what I'm going to do is, this piece is 3/4 inch wide. So I am going to, let me think, I want this side out. I want the back side of the paper out. So I'm going to mark the center, and this is just another way to do something really quick. I'm going to mark down the center, or almost the center, which is 3.375 3/8. Is that right? 6, 7, yeah. I was just counting the dashes on my ruler, so I wasn't really measuring per se. Then what we're going to do is we're going to come over, let me come up from this end. We're going to come up 3/8 of an inch and make a little crosshatch from the end, and then we're going to come up 6/8, make a crosshatch, and we're going to do that the rest of the way across, 6/8, 0.625, or 5/8, what am I saying? 5/8, 0.625. If I say something wrong, catch me on it. Write in the comments and say, ah, you crazy woman. A lot of times I'll catch myself and I'll try to correct it in the paragraph. So always read the paragraphs on mine. Now these are going to be on the back side, so you don't have to even worry about erasing these little cross hatches. What I'm doing now is I am giving myself a target to aim for with my big bite, and I'm going to punch holes. This is just another easy way to make reinforcements if you don't have a die to do that. So get my big bite out here, and I've got it set on the bigger hole or the bigger punch, and I am just going to go right down the strip and punch on where I made those marks, if I can see them. Say, Kit, what are you doing? It's like you're making a decorative border. What I'm going to do, I guess I should go ahead and tell, is take my 1/2 inch hole punch. Did I get 8? And punch around these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, I'm going to take my 1/2 inch hole punch and punch around these holes I just punched. And I've got my reinforcers. So just center the hole, punch. Center the hole, punch. Kind of fun flipping them all over the place. Yeah, right, like I'll ever find some of them again. Punch. See what's happening here? Just an easy way and fast way to make hole reinforcements, and not at all hard. There we go. There's our hole reinforcements, and then this is fun to use in your journals, to use as a template use it as a stencil to get dots, or use it as decorative ribbon where you could gather this up. All kinds of things you can do with that. So there's our whole reinforcement. And now let me see, did I get all these positioned the way I want them? Yeah. What I usually do is put the glued up tab on the back at the bottom, if the design will support that, which this one does. Then I'm going to take my big bite again and punch holes. Just come in equidistant from both edges and punch a hole in the upper corner. And then I'll just use that as my template and stick each one under here. Come into that hole, punch the rest of them. See how fast this is? How quick this goes? You could make a ton of these. Whoops. Let's put it on the bottom. And don't use more than one. I was stacking them up here because you might start whittling away at your hole. Get it too big at some point. But again, this is not rocket science. And this just proves to you can do it even if you're high on caffeine. Now at this time I would go through and do a decorative edge on the end of my tags, which I think I will do. I like this punch. I'm going to do them all the same. Okay, we got our reinforcements. I don't want these up, 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 up. Well, it doesn't really matter because I'm going to flip these over. Okay. Now, how I do it is just center. Get it as close to the center as you can. And I'm using an EK Success border punch on this one because I like this one. It's one of my favorites. And it's not too much frou-frou. I'm just going to do them all the same. Easy peasy. Just the way we like it. These would be really cute too, I think, to not only do the night before Christmas, but maybe do nursery rhyme, break up a nursery rhyme throughout the book. Just decorate them up. I've seen some toilet paper albums that have been decorated really cute. Again, this is the pre-toilet paper roll album. This is before toilet paper was invented. No, I'm kidding. But it's what we used to do before they came up with the toilet paper idea, toilet paper roll idea. So here you go. Now, do you have a ring? Yeah, I'll use this. You can use, again, all kinds of things. Oh, wait, I didn't put the reinforcements on. And I have an easy way to do that, too. Just take your glue and run it around your hole, like that. Don't ever try to put glue on these things. Too hard. Well, you could. Shouldn't say don't ever. But, so much easier. And you don't always need to use reinforcements either. I've got some of these I made years and years ago, and having them on binder rings, I've got some that I used ribbons. I've got all kinds of things that I've used to hold them all together. and the ones without reinforcements are just fine too. But it is another little decorative element. And again, I'm just using the back side of the paper, so it's a little bit different design. Get the drift there? It's going to be the front, so we'll reverse the tag so that hangs over the end there. See, isn't that cute? I love this paper. French General, French General. But look how fast this is going. You could make a ton of these. Be cute for a little baby. Make a little baby boy or baby girl one where they could put, how many pictures would this hold? 2 on each side and 2 in the middle, 4 threes are 12. Holds 12 pictures. That would be cute too if you had a day out with the girlfriends, shopping or junking or even going to class and making something. It would be cute to make them all one of these as a little memento. You could use them for scriptures. You could use it for Bible school, because kids could easily make these. Might have to help them with these holes, with these reinforcements, but again, they wouldn't even have to have reinforcements. You could do lyrics to a song. My mind is just flying. Put it right side up. There we go. And I don't have any ribbon here. Oh, I did have that. Never mind. Voila. We are done except for decorating. See, wasn't that easier than smashing and painting and doing all that to toilet paper roll holders? But again, if you like doing that just because it's something different, that's fine. I mean, anything goes really. But there you go. This is the pre-toilet paper roll mini album with 4 sleeves. And if you want to use your scraps for the center one, where's my Night Before Christmas? Then you can get 6 sleeves. Just follow the same method that I showed you, but use all your paper. Isn't that cute? And then go in and find scraps for your tabs. You can put tabs on them like this. This is the Stampin' Up! Tab punch, which then I stamped a little poinsettia flower on it. Used a little bit of Tim Holtz sparkly stuff. What's that stuff called? Can't remember. Woo! Starbucks! What else can I show you here real quick on this? Oh, on this one too, all I did was circles to hold it together. It's the binding. And then I just used, these are 2-inch circles, these are 1-inch circles just for the pull tabs. And I love polka dots, so the circles go really well with the polka dots. This was only a 3-pager because I needed more space out of the 12 by 12 to cut these big 2-inch circles. And this was using 2 sheets of the French General. Isn't that neat? I love the reds and the blues and the tans throughout this paper line. There's even a gray sheet that's pretty cool. So I used the blue to cut 6 sleeves, and then I got another sheet of paper to do the red inserts. And I guess that's, let me think, is there any more ideas? Oh, this is one where, this is just 1 sheet of paper too, but see how I flipped the front and the back page are one side of the paper. Excuse me. And then the two inside sheets are the other. Oh goodness. Needed another shot of caffeine. Sorry guys. Wish you were here to join me. This stuff's good. So, and this one used a pen to hold together. And I think I got time. Let me show you real quick. This is the journal. You've been hearing me talk about the French journal that I've been making for my Guernsey sis. And it's all done out of the French General paper. And cardstock, the Stampin' Up! Cardstock. I didn't even use, goodness, any chipboard in this. It's just all paper. So here's the cover. This is all French General paper again. This is my chubby chickadees in Wonderland, days of the week. And what I did is, what I have on Etsy has Alice in Wonderland quotes across the top, twiddle-dee, twiddle-dum. So what I did was I went into my French General scraps and I cut different tabs out. And then I cut one of the chickadees out and used it as a template to cut some of the paper out of the paper line. Some of them I left. That's the normal template. This is the normal template. That's French General. That's French General. And this is the little pocket that you get the template for too. And I just went through here and used some of the photos that I got from Graphic Fairy. Yes, thank you, Karen. The Graphic Fairy. This is the primitive journaling lines. I just printed out one of it. That's also on Etsy too. It comes free with some of the downloads. Remember, my Etsy downloads, they're not Photoshop. They're actual, like, handmade looking things where I just actually scanned things that I made myself on there. It doesn't look commercial at all, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. It looks handmade, like we're all sitting around making things and playing with each other in our craft bin. This is all French General. This is that quote you see everywhere. Today, I will be happier than a bird with a French fry. And some more tags, tabs. This is just for her to document. She went to Paris on her birthday, so this is for her to document. Oh, this is a flip up. And I bound this with a modified Jenny Bell binding where I just wrapped the threads around the spine back here and then put a cover on it. So this is, again, all French General paper. Isn't it neat? I love it, love it, love it. A bee from the Graphic Fairy. I ask that you treat me no worse than you would the Queen. You've seen that before on my stuff. I love that quote. So again, this is just to give you an idea of what you can use the French General paper line with. And there's a tab that pulls out of there. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. This is just a little book. And I left some blank pages so that I could put bigger photos on them. I have to remember what I did on some of these. That's that chubby envelope that I have on Etsy too. The Chub envelope template that is done in the primitive lines, primitive journaling lines. Just to flip up for more photos, journaling, more places for pictures. Did a little bitty tiny petal closure thing, or petal. I don't know what you'd put in there, but I think it's just fun. And this just slides down in there. Will it slide? Yeah. Might have to loosen that up a little bit. Always, anytime I make anything for France, I always have to put a rooster on it. I don't know why. I guess it's because of the Provence area. But it always needs a rooster. So there you go. That is my Sis's Paris travel journal, all done with the French General paper and some of my wackadoodle stuff, which tickles me. I know some of you are probably rolling your eyes going, good grief. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, and I'm looking at 3 more mini albums in front of me over there that I'm going to try and get done. I don't know if I'll get them done today or not, but I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you're all doing well and that you're happy, smiling, and feel very creative. So take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye now.